Hey guys! AllyG is alive. That's right, 7 p.m. on a Thursday. It's kind of cutting it close for dinner time because we do have other activities on Thursday nights. But I made it, 7:01. What's up, Jen? How you doing this evening, this lovely Thursday? There's Lori. Hey, Lori. Right. Trying to see if I can see my comments on here. So, I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. It's almost over. I like to call it Friday. It's not Friday, it's Friday. It's the last day of the week. Yay. Jazz hands. Yes. You love the card behind me. Oh, that is not a card. We went to the beach this weekend and we had like a little Airbnb stay and we brought some paints and Merrick, my son, he painted this for me. I know it's backwards, but you can still read Mom, M-O-M. And he made some, the planets. So there's all the planets. And he says, I love Mom. So that was fun because I was with my mom and he was hanging out with his mom. And we got to see the Blue Angels. Oh my gosh. You guys saw my shorts. I don't know if everybody watches shorts, but I put up some shorts and it was crazy. The whole weekend was nuts. Hey, Sally. We got there Friday night. We drove into the beach and the Blue Angels were there flying around Sykes Creek, and we saw them all the way to our hotel. It was very exciting, and once we got to our, not hotel, the Airbnb, I call it hotel. It's very different. I like the Airbnb. I don't know. You guys comment, let me know in the chat. Are you guys Airbnb people or are you hotel people? I myself am an Airbnb people because it's just fun. It's really fun. Oh, look at that. Lori has a blue coat, hopefully. There she is. Depends on where. Yeah, okay. So Cocoa Beach, and even the port, it's really not bad at all. Like my sister, when she comes to visit, my older sister, she always gets a B&B over a hotel. Miss M says, no hotels. Whatever you want me to be, people. Nana. I've only done hotels. Well, Nana, I did pricing and we were like, we wanted 3 nights. And I was like, oh my gosh, the hotels are so expensive. But I'm a native, I'm a local. So the air show is every year and they practice I see them flying around all the time, but I was so busy this past week, Dana, that I didn't get to see the flying around and I didn't even know that they were there. And I mean, we were right in the flight zone. I mean, I saw the president's plane fly by, escorted by these helicopters, big helicopters doing crazy stuff. But my favorite's the Blue Angels. And even, well, there was a guy, he was in a different plane than the Blue Angels, and he came on first. And he broke the sound barrier, right? He was going so fast, and it's so neat to watch. But Merrick was there watching with me, and he couldn't see the guy flying because he was listening for the plane. And every time he heard the plane, he's like, oh, where is it? Am I blind, Mom? I can't see it. And I'm like, well, once you hear it, he's already gone. You got to look for him in the sky before you hear him because he's going faster than sound, is happening. And man, that just mind blown. And we just sat there and it was loud too. It was really loud. But the good thing about it was over. It was only like a 4-hour long event. So after it was done, it was nice quiet beach time. So we got Rhonda's here. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Dark Horse. What's going on? What's up, Tony? Your face has lost weight, Tony. And let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tony, but jokes are funny. Just like, your face is a joke. um, let's see. Well, who else is here? Did I see everybody? Tony, gotcha. Rhonda. Yeah, okay. Chat is good. Wait, here's a long chat. What is this? Oh, that depends when we go to Daytona. We stay in a time. Oh, the timeshare. Yeah. See, I grew up. My grandma had a timeshare. I was even at that timeshare when my mom was pregnant with me. They had that timeshare so long. And that was at Ocean Landings, where I actually also got married, eloped on the beach at Ocean Landings here in Cocoa Beach so many years ago. Doodle-doodle-doot. So we were talking about the awesome air show and how glorious it was and whether or not we like Airbnbs or hotels. But mainly, this is fishing with AllyG. And today we have a fishing report. So I was trying to fish it up blue because this month is autism awareness. And, I was inspired by Dana, the cookie mom. She was making cookies and all things, baking wonderful things, and having blue and blue flavors. And yes, I have been trying really hard, but it's frustrating because I have not caught anything on my blue baits. And black and blue sparkles in the green pumpkin. I mean, they always slay in Florida, but it seems like whenever I put a special challenge on, like catching a fish, like, okay, so like breast cancer awareness, I couldn't catch a fish all month long on the pink lure. But you never know. The pink is tough though, especially that time of year, because usually like a bubblegum pink, you use it for certain purposes, like when you want to see your bait in the water. So and spring has been tough for me because the bass are acting weird. This year I have seen bass on a bed. I have seen bass getting ready to make their beds, and already bass that I've already caught from the beds. So there's like 3 different stages, and usually it's not like that. Usually, they have a spawn, so you have pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn, where we're having them all like stacked up on each other. And fishing has been tough, really tough. But I have seen other people in other states. My friend was here last week. Alex from Realistic Fishing has been catching some big fish out there in Tennessee. What's up, Pearlman? Who else has been fishing lately? Peace, Tony. Bye, Miss M. See ya. DG, what's happening? Uh-oh, my dog is barking. Who is that? Caspian? Uh-oh. I might have to pull a Daniel because the dog has to go to the bathroom. I'm going to get my hubby to do it. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. Husband! Okay, I'm back. Life is lifing, I got 3 dogs, and we just took them out less than an hour ago. But you know, dogs, when they gotta go, right? You gotta go, you gotta go. I want to see my, there I am. It takes a while for it to load, I guess, when you're on. Here, I want to see there. The chat is much bigger on my computer screen. Okay. I'm going to stop shaking the table. Hope you guys can hear me good. I got my microphone on, but I'm not sure. It says it's connected for calls, but it doesn't necessarily say, oh, it's connected for YouTube. So I'm still kind of a noob at this, to be honest. There. All right, Jen, what's going on? I love how you call him by his job description, husband. Well, that's what he is. You know, he's my hubby. I really that never gets old to me. I love him. He's my buddy, my best friend. And good evening, retired rambler. Hey, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're out fishing. I hope it's getting warmer where you are. I'm not sure if it is, but I hope it is. And I hope you've been catching some fish. I've caught some fish. So back to those challenges we were talking about. The Fish It Up Blue. I've been out like 3 or 4 times, and I fished with a blue crankbaits and blue Texas rig, and the old Texas rig. It's backwards, but this is like a little kit. It's pretty cool. I got it at AllyG. Comes with all the pieces that you need. I got a video where I show it all. Yeah, the Texas rig, everything. I've tried blue lizards, and the bass hate lizards. It's their mortal enemy. And if you see them on a bed, you know, I've seen the bass. The bass are like playing with me. I hooked a couple big bass on a chatterbait, but he got off. He just, you know, sometimes the bass will jump out of the water, and you know, they'll shake their head back and forth, and next thing you know, the bait's just flying out of their mouth, and they wink at you, and they're back in the water, and that's howdy doody, you know. Oh, well, we got questions. Okay, we can do some questions. How did my husband and I meet? Well, it's a funny story, actually. Well, not funny, but we met on the beach. It was St. Patrick's Day, and I had a date at Coconuts here in Cocoa Beach with this guy that I had been seeing, and he stood me up, and we got into an argument. He's this helicopter pilot, mechanic guy, and yeah, he stood me up, and his loss. I met Patrick that day because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to my friend's house, and she's at the beach with her boyfriend, and they were all there having a picnic. Some of my friend's family, and we met, and then we've been inseparable. I mean, we've spent days apart, but I think maybe not much since that day long ago. Oh, that's great, Dana. It's good to have a best friend, and also, you know, your husband, you know, who you can, you know, count on, and he's there for you, because he's very there for me. Good, supportive hubsters. Yes, he does have a name. His name is Patrick Green. You know, luck of the Irish, right? I met him on St. Patrick's Day, and yeah, good times. It's been a long time. Doesn't feel that very long. You know, life is so short and sweet, guys. What does Sally say? We gotta relish the dash, right? We can't control the day that we are born. Can't control the day that we die, but we can control what happens in between, right? So dash it up, guys. Dash it up. So no fishing it up blue for me. Fish this yet, but it's not over. The month is not over yet. And I did do for my very first live, we opened mail, you know, and I got a bunch of baits that I won from Zach Vine's Fish. And so I've been working on that video, but I've been having some road bumps, some technical difficulties with my program because, as a creator, YouTuber, I do everything. I'm an editor, I'm, filming, I'm, the star of the show, strike a pose, all that stuff. But there's a lot of stuff going on. And I don't necessarily know everything about computers. And, that's another time that my hubby steps in and is very supportive there because honestly, sometimes I'm like, what did this program do? Updates are they never really are good. I mean, there might be necessary for it to, work better, whatever, but when they change things, I don't like it. And it seems like this editing, I use DaVinci Resolve, and it just seems like it's always updating. It's like version 20, and I think when I started using it, it was like version 12 or something like that. Of course, Sally does a great job. Let's see. You also influence your friends' custom songs. Yes. LOL. Yes, I love my custom song. It's funny. It gets stuck in my head, and Lori's song gets stuck in my head, and all the songs, DG Outdoors, it gets stuck in my head too. I like it. You did a really good job. You know, Writing songs isn't an easy thing. Even when you have apps that help you and things like that. You know, Still got to come up with the premise and the idea. Let's see. OMG, Jen was just typing that. A programmer's dream is possible. Operations Nightmare. You guys, I love seeing you guys talk in the chat. It's awesome. It's awesome. I missed something because I'm blabbing about fishing. So yeah, we did Texas rig. We did moving baits, trying to all different kinds of blue baits, but not yet. Not yet. But if I can get that done and then edit this other video, I've just been so busy. We got part of our kitchen fixed last week, and now we're picking out furniture, flooring, and all that fun stuff. My mom, helping my mom with that. So, yes, and hopefully I can get my editing program to work. Mwah. What's going on in the chat? DaVinci Resolve, one of the hardest to use. Well, maybe I'll change it. It doesn't seem hard to me, but I love editing programs. I've messed around with like making music and those types of programs. It's really just cut and paste, really. Maybe I'm missing out. What editing stuff do you guys use? You probably, I'm not an Apple person, so I don't know. CapCut, huh? Maybe CapCut. I'll look into it. Yeah. Sally makes some really cool commercials and videos, and yeah, CL uses Apple. Yeah, I'm just not. I've never been a fan of Apple. I think it's because I just got Androids all the time. And then when I've used Apple before, like at my certain jobs I've had a work phone and it happened to be an Apple. And so at one point I had an Apple and an Android, but I've never had an Apple computer. I'm not familiar with Safari and all the the different, but I'm thinking about changing from what I use, Microsoft to Linux or something, some different, I don't know. I don't know if it's my editing program or if it's my Windows, being wacky. So we'll have to do some, maybe I'll check out CapCut. Cool. Oh, Daniel says he's going to fish at the hatchery again tomorrow. Pond number 2. Red worms in the fridge. Nice. You know, I have not been fishing with live worms this year, and the mall pond's looking pretty juicy. I might have to go see if I can catch some of those Mayan cichlids. I enjoy like catching, using live worms and then catching smaller fish and then catching bigger fish. I have a lot of videos where I go and catch my bait and then go catch a bass. I have to beat my record. Last year I caught a bass that was almost 7 pounds. He was big. Golly, he was big. I thought it was much bigger. I'm even wondering if my scale was not working. But I don't know. I showed everybody earlier CL. I wanted to show CL. We went and did paintings at the beach, and my son, right? I love mom, and I wanted to show that to CL. So I hope you're still here. Those are planets. Those are all the planets. If you were wondering what those are. Okay. We're not going to disturb Yoda because if we do, he won't stop talking. But Yoda is pretty cool. He belonged to my Aunt Cheryl, which is actually Patrick's aunt, and she lived with us before she passed away. And she had this little doll. She used to cut hair, and she used to teach how to cut hair. And one of her students gave her that doll because she was like, she wasn't a big Star Wars fan necessarily, but it was a gift, and she loved that little doll. And yeah. What's up, Philip? Philip, do you ever go fishing? Hmm? Sally says, I want a picture that says, I love Gma. Well, I keep all those pics for my kids, loving bringing them out now that they're teenagers. That's great. Yeah, I have a lot of art that Merrick has made me. Probably some somewhere around here. I cleaned up and I moved some stuff to my other. I have a keepsake area where I have all my keepsakes. He gave me a little angel from, like, when I was a kid, they used to have like a little Santa's workshop, they called it, and you could go through there and pick like a card and presents for your family and books and yeah. First time, well, hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming. First time caught alive. Welcome, Mike and Heather. Nice to have you here this evening. We got Philip in the house. Who else is here? We said hi to CL and Jen. Lori's got her blue coat. Oh, I think with StreamYard you can tell people, you can call people to talk from comments at random. Oh. Clipchamp is good on Microsoft Windows computers. Yeah, but like I like DaVinci. I do. It is difficult, but I can do so much with it. Sound and especially like where I fish, it's very loud. Like a lot of, I live on this small island and there's an airport and there's the Patrick Air Force Base, and there are so many planes, and everywhere I fish, it's like a plane, a loud plane. And I like the planes, but I every time I go fishing, I see the Ron John guy, the guy with the plane. He's like got a yellow plane. He's going, and he has like, go eat at the crab shack, or he's like, go Ron John surf shop, or whatever. And it's so loud, and or construction, or just people in general. Like, I like to fish in public areas and pressured ponds, because everybody's there fishing, but also they're there walking. And there's like a lot of boardwalks that go over the water, and it's perfect for fishing, but they walk by, and people, you'd be surprised when I'm fishing, I'm just minding my business, what I hear people talk about on the phone. I'm telling you what, I heard some crazy, crazy stuff. Hey, Chris, what is happening? We are here talking about fishing. I was giving everybody an update about my challenges. Fishing Up Blue is what we're doing this month because it's we're raising awareness for autism, and during my time when I fish, I once I post it, really I'm just I do little things like if I catch a fish, call somebody who is dealing with the situation. Like last month I did breast cancer, and this month is autism. So just support the people around you. What can you do? What can you learn about the situation that will help you be a better person, all around? Because knowledge is power. I think it's important to have knowledge. And you know who has a lot of knowledge? Granny. Granny, famous Granny. Hey, you guys, we got to call Granny famous Granny. I don't know if you guys saw her short, but you guys should watch it. You'll never guess what happened to Granny, right, Granny? Let's see. Good evening, Fantasy Kenneth. Everybody saying hi. Can't wait to get to the pier or beach with you guys this summer. Yes, yes, lots of sunscreen. The pier, make sure you have sunglasses, and I like an umbrella. To have chairs. If you're at the pier, if you're at the pier with your family, you'll be fishing, I'm sure. But if the family's there, they say happy wife, happy life. The kids and the wife got to be comfy. And when you're fishing here in the summertime, man, I go through so much water when I'm fishing. Like, I have this big cup here that I have all the time, but then I have a bigger cup, that I have in the car, like gallon. I'll roll with a gallon every day. I'll go to the 7-Eleven in the summertime and get a gallon of water, and just, sometimes it's so hot you just want to, pour water on your face and just drink a bunch of water. Water is so good when you're hot, when you're just overheated. It's not as satisfying as like, I'm cold, I'm gonna drink some water. It's the opposite. You want to drink something hot, right? What do you guys think is better? Like drinking something when you're cold, that's hot, that kind of warms you up, or something cold when you're already warmed up? I don't know. Let me know in the comments of the chat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We had another question earlier. Do you like Airbnbs or do you like hotels? And I think most people said it depended on where they were. Some people said they hadn't had an Airbnb at all. I think it was different. The biggest difference is you have access to a washer and dryer, a stove, all that stuff for the same price. You have a yard, you have a driveway, you have all of the amenities of having a private residence. Whereas at a hotel, there's people all around, and it's just a bedroom, and there's not always like a place to cook. So you might have a little fridge or something, but I don't know. Good evening, Chris. I think I said good evening. Yes. Behind the Blues. Yeah, the Blues fight twice a week from now until winter. They are loud. Yeah, see, they are so loud. It was so awesome, though. I loved it. I loved every minute. They flew so close. Like, they flew that one. I showed you guys a couple where they flew over the top of me, but they did this other thing where they kind of did that same thing where they all fly up like that, and one just hovered right over where I was, and there's, people standing all around, and it was just out of this world. It's something I think everybody should try and see. I know CL will agree with me. And yes, they are loud, but you know. Let's see. Dana, I've been watching your cookie. Oops, my phone just. My phone holder. I need a new phone holder. I really need to go on live on my other camera. I have all this camera equipment, but I'm trying to use not use StreamYard and use like OBS and put my program that I have on my computer. But like I told you guys, my computer's not been acting accordingly, and it's been very fussy. So I just decided to go on the phone again. Old people know things. Yeah, sometimes, but they're smart people, and you're one of them, Granny. Yes, did you go swimming? Did you have fun swimming with the little one? Oh, yes. We like to go swimming. Nice. See, Perlman, that's right. You have a cart, you got a cooler, you're good to go. Do you know what yabbies are? We have them in Australia. They are great to eat and fun to catch. Yabbies. Oh, is that a type of fish? That sounds like fun. I don't know what yabbies are, but I will be looking that up as soon as I'm done with this live. Pam, I was watching your video right before this live, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to have time to finish it. So I am enjoying your Bible study, and I can't wait to watch it later. I hope you're doing well, Miss Pam. So Granny says, top-notch hotel, but an Airbnb, we can cook and do laundry and bring the boat. Yeah, see? And like at the beach, when you have the Airbnb, you can rinse your feet. And like we got a really good place. And we stayed 3 blocks, because Cocoa Beach has one-way roads. And then there's like, the beach. And there's houses. So you have to walk down 3 blocks. And then there was the beach. So I didn't get to the beach a lot this time, but I'm spoiled. I live so close to the beach. We were really there for a change of scenery, and like I said, all that construction at the house, I had to get my mom just out there and get pampered. And this week we did more pampering. We got our hair done, we did all kinds of stuff. I hope you guys spend time with your mom. If your mom is here on the planet, it's your duty to be calling her and talking to her frequently, because I know I do. I don't see my mom here this evening, but sometimes she gets tired. Whoop. Stray kids, what's up? Reading Pittsburgh makes me hungry. Pittsburghers. Black and gold. Yeah, that's why I was just so amazed, because we didn't even plan it that way. We were just like, we need to get out of Dodge, and I got the B&B, and there we were. Of course you do, Nana. We know. We know Nana is with Granny, I'm sure 24/7, but she's a hoot. Nana is a treasure. She's so funny. She reminds me a lot of my grandmother. We called her Mamo, but Nana's a little bit more wild than my grandmother. I have to say, Nana's a little bit of a hoot. I love you, Nana. I love you, Nana, if you're watching. Oh, that's good, Dana. See? And I know I talk to Sally. She's my other mom. I talk to her every day too. So, there you go. Aw. I've been listening to my books. I love it. Because I drive, like I said, to my mom's all the time for various things. Today was all about my dad. He had to get his eyes done for his license because his license expired, yada yada yada. And he did good, and we had a good day. But I drive back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's about, I guess it's like a 42, 43 mile drive. Got my hat on. I like this hat. Oh, I got my gremlin. Yes. Do you guys wear hats? I know Nana had a hat on, and Granny had hats on in their tea party. But here in Florida, when I go fishing, I always have to have a hat. Hat, sunglasses, all kinds of protection. I wear gloves on my hands, but it's really not. The fish are slimy, but fish. I love fishing, so I don't care about that really. But I'm trying to protect my hands from too many freckles. I already got enough sun, because I live here, and living in the sun is stressful. Where is Clara? I don't know where she is today. She probably fell asleep, and I'm on my phone. Ooh, QQQ. Question: what type fishing line do you prefer? Currently putting spider wire 20 pound on my Abu Garcia pole. Well, I enjoy. Oh, that's magnetic. My watch just got stuck on my. Oh, I think it turned off too. Uh-oh, Houston. It turned. Uh-oh. Well, we'll just hope for the best. I don't know what happened there. I don't want to mess with my Bluetooth, really. It says it's connected. Uh-oh. Connecting. Okay, we're good. Hopefully we're good. All right, we did it. What happens when I change the screen when you guys are on the live? I bet you still see my face going through the little menu probably. I'm not exactly sure how that all works. Big D, what's happening? Dana says she's super picky about hats. Faded dark denim fitted to my head. Yeah, I'm not picky. I have all kinds of hats. I have big straw hats for protecting from the beach, like big beach hats. I've got the straight bill hats. And I like the other hats too that are. Yes, I like all hats. Yep. I love hats. Ugh. I have some pretty cool old hats too. I have winter hats, but I never get to wear those because, let's be real, it's never cold in Florida. So we've been chatting about all kinds of things. What I did this weekend was I went to the Airbnb, and what did you guys do this weekend? It's almost the weekend again. Woohoo! And do you have any plans for this weekend? I myself will be fishing, and I will be trying to catch some fish. Yeah, I don't wear a lot of sunscreen like per se, put it on every day, but I do wear like a moisturizer and that has it in there. Um, and I do wear sunglasses and the hats just help, you know. I also wear when I fish sometimes a face mask that goes across my face. So I kind of look like a ninja because I got, my sunglasses on and you can't see my face at all. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. You know what? That's good that she was your best friend. And I'm sorry that you miss her. I know that you do. And you know, Sally's reality this morning, we talked about that. How it's hard to say goodbye. I've lost a lot of people this year. Because I was even talking to Miss Lori about it. I've lost a lot of people because I've had my great grandmother, my great great grandmother. Like we used to have family reunions and go to the timeshare, and my grandmother's mom and dad. Big Papa. That's who I always talk about. We called him. We had Oma and Papa, and then there was Big Papa and Mama on my dad's side, and then my mom's mom was Mamo, and then her dad passed away when I was a baby. My mom's dad, but my grandmother remarried, and I had um, my step grandpa, which I was very close with him, and we called him Papa, and he was a cool dude, and I miss them all very much, Chris. But we have to remember that we are we're finite. We're not finite. We're all going to be with Jesus one day. And it's not goodbye. It's just farewell for now, right? Farewell for now. You know. I love you, Chris. You're awesome. Your poem was awesome. You sent me a poem. It was great. Yep. See, Dana lost her dad. Yep. We my dad's very sick right now, but he's doing good. He's actually doing better. He's going to the hospital to do things less and less. We had to do procedures all the time. It seemed like last year, but the beginning of this year, we've really been doing well. There's been more improvement with my dad. My mom's been hanging in there, but it's hard to watch your parents and your people that you love, go through hard times when they're sick or when they're just aging. It's not always easy. But you know what makes it easier? Fishing. Fishing with AllyG. If you're ever feeling blue, you can always watch me. I'm full of antics, and I don't know. We started down a dark road, so let's bring it up positive. And hey, Okie. Okie's funny. He always has a joke for us, a good dad joke. I was telling Sally I have these little cards that I put in Merrick's lunch, and it's funny because they're like little riddles, and it says like, how do you know when a vampire is sick? Well, he starts coughing. It's my favorite one. There's a couple other ones that's pretty good. Uh, so yeah, just hit record. That's a good. Yeah, I really like that song too. Daniel, how many songs have you written now with the your creative streak of music writing? Good to find things you love to do to lift your spirits. Yes, that's right, Pam. That's right. I like to sing. I like to sing. I play guitar, and whenever I'm feeling blue, you know, that's what I do. I like to sing. Doesn't really matter where I am. I'll sing a song. Everybody's saying hi to Pam. Pam is awesome. Is it spring yet, Pam? I know you said it was raining at one point, um, but I haven't been paying attention to the weather. up there. Yep, singing and playing guitar. Singing, raises your vibration for sure. Wow. 8 to 10. And you uploaded a new one today called Burnt to the Ground. Yeah, writing songs is also another good way to make yourself feel better. And Chris, he's a poet. He's a poet guy. He writing poetry, writing poems, and writing songs are similar. I think music runs in my family for sure. I play guitar. My dad taught me how to play guitar. My mom played clarinet. Clara played the clarinet. Yeah, she was really good. She went all the way to New York City and played in the Macy's Day Parade with her high school. And my grandmother, Charlotte, my dad's mom, she was an opera singer, and she sang. So it's definitely a musical family. My niece is it snowed yesterday. No, Pam. Snow, more snow for Pam. Man, I don't know how you do it. I've never even seen snow, but I know that it's cold. Very, very cold. And where you live, it looks even colder. Like when you went to that state park and you showed the mountains, it just feels cold. Do you have a lot of humidity there? I think humidity makes it colder. Oh my goodness, or better yet, go see Allie in Florida. Oh yeah, you coming to see me? Let's see. Oh, sweetie, you need to come to Pittsburgh. Actually, had sun today. All right. I can't believe it snowed, Pam. I'm just like, what? You, no. Yeah, we had the flowers coming up everywhere, and the trees have all their brand new green leaves. But it has kind of been weird because in Florida, some of the trees died badly. Like, there are some palm trees that are just not coming back. Like, there's a lot of them. Oh my goodness. Somebody get out of here. Who is this guy? Goodbye. Bye bye. 6-7. See you later. That's so last year. Come on. Get something new. Eeh. I put that dude in Tom. Oh, you are naughty. Pay attention, moderators. We got 6-7ers. The trolls have arrived. Oh, that's 2 trolls for the evening. But that's okay. We did pretty good. It's almost been 1 hour. And we had our update on the AllyG fishing show where we talked about our Fish It Up Blue. Hopefully I can deliver to my good fishing family here, fishing friends. What are we going to call it? Alligators? My alligators, some videos, you guys. I have one in the mix right now, and it's about 60% done. And if I can get my program to cooperate or maybe check out a different program. Um, yeah, there's lots of humidity here in Florida, and it's pretty cold when it is cold. When it, like, to me, I don't know. I cannot even speak on cold. I just I'll leave that up to you, Pam. Yep, it's hot. It's getting hot. Today was 78 degrees here. Blue skies. There were some clouds, but not too much. But hopefully I will be out fishing tomorrow, hopefully, and maybe even Saturday. I'm shooting for 2 days in a row. We gotta catch some fish on some blue baits and get some videos edited. That is the goal, people. And yes, Perlman, August is going to be so fun. So there's some good piers. Do you have a pier in mind that you are wanting to go to when you come, or are you just like talking about any pier? There's some good ones here. Well, hmm. I struggle in the spring here in Florida, like, because a lot of the bass are spawning in spring, and in fall and winter, I do really well on, and not a lot of people do. But the techniques that I like power fishing, I like fishing with the Texas rig, which is a weight and a hook and a plastic worm. Um, Beach or pier, I'll be good. All right, cool. Yeah, there's a really nice pier that they built, a different veterans park that than it's close to me, but it's a really awesome pier for fishing. And then right where near me where I live at the Cape, there's an awesome pier there too, and a beach, which is really awesome. You can even go camping there. They have all kinds of restaurants, and the cruise ships go out from the port, so that's cool. Do you like lighthouses? I think you asked me that before, Chris, and I do. I do fancy a lighthouse. I got a special video of a lighthouse from my friend Lori, and it was a very nice lighthouse. And there is some in St. Augustine in Florida. I know that for sure. I think I visited when I was a kid. Um, I mean, fall and winter are best for me, but Florida, every season is the best because it depends on what's happening with the weather. Um, the spring is really windy, and I fish from the bank, so it's harder for me. But you know, um, the spring can be good because the bass that I fish for are that's what I primarily freshwater. They are schooling up, and so what that means is they're together and they're chasing bait and they're active and they're hungry because they just laid their eggs and stuff like that. But sometimes when the weather is all weird, like it has been lately, you have the bass doing all kinds of weird stages of their spawn cycles. And that's what we're having this year. And spring has been really weird. But I caught a lot of big fish in the winter and a lot of big fish in the fall, like 5, 6 pounders. But this spring has been so dry. I caught the biggest fish I caught was like 2 pounds. He's like a little tiny little baby for me. But I like to catch the tiny ones too. If the family is okay with keeping our son, we will drive down early morning and stay all day, find a hotel, and head back in the morning. Hey, that sounds fun. We have a rainbow here, Allie. Sweet. Send me a picture later. Not now, because well, you can. I need to put the phone on Do Not Disturb because last time I tried to go live, I was totally late because I had my settings on private. I guess you have to change it every time, and so I'm getting the hang of it. Dana, you see the rainbow? Yes, I see a lot of rainbows when I'm driving back and forth to my mom's because it's like cow country, and there's a lot of grassy knolls and like just the horizon just goes on, and you see all the cows, and sometimes you see when it rains, you see the rainbow. I saw two recently this year already. Rainbows are my favorite. I love to see them in the sky. Oh, Dana says, nope, she can't see it, Sally. Sometimes you can't see rainbows. But I hope to, like I said before, I hope to get out a couple more videos and show you guys the fish that I did catch, the tiny little fish that I caught on the challenge baits for the Zach Swine's fish, which was my first live. If you didn't see that, I think I have it posted. And we talked about, we opened my mail. It's a mail from Sally, you know, Sally D sticker she sent me. I got my extra one hanging out over here. Sally D! And, yeah. I got my OG Escaping the Suburbs magnet over here. Let's see. I can't wait to go fishing. We could fish for, let's see, you're coming in August, so maybe the pompano fish will be running in the summer. You can catch bluefish, you can catch flounder. There's all kinds of fish you can catch from the pier. You can even catch sharks sometimes from the beach and from the pier. The black-tip sharks, a lot of times. Some fish is better than no fish. That's true, Perlman. It's true. It's true, especially, you know, but I would be going hungry if I depended on my own self to eat fish this month. AllyG would be going hungry. And we had like I said, that freeze, man, my favorite lake where I catch most of the big bass. It's just been so tough there. The fish are freaked out. They're still not biting. They're still not biting. I need to find some new spots. There's this one place I wanted to check out. It's like it's a golf course, and they closed it down. And then they were supposed to do like this big residential thing there, but they never did. So there's a bunch of ponds there, but I'm kind of scared because there are some pictures of big alligators, and it's alligator mating season. If you didn't know, in Florida, April, May, and June, and sometimes in July, is alligator mating season. So if you are fishing by the bank, you need to be careful. I've already seen lots. I went to my hidden fishing spot, and I was talking to the alligators. I was, you know, like you could hear them just left and right. You fish for sharks on your kayak? You are so crazy, Perlman. What are you gonna do when you catch a big old shark on a kayak? Come on now. I gotta see that. Dana, what is happening? That's what he says. I take my kayak with me and take out big shark baits. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I don't have a kayak because of the alligators. Not to mention the sharks. Like, I mean, I would take it out in the ocean maybe, but not with sharks. Maybe redfish, maybe you know, something more docile like a tarpon or a snook. You know, snooks are fun. They say that the snook fish is actually the bass of the ocean. So Granny says, my husband took the jet ski out to the Keys to fish. Ooh. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about getting like jet skis and fishing with them on the river because, you know, the river, you can catch really big fish, and like I don't want to be in a kayak and get pulled around, you know, by a redfish. And the snooks and they can get big. Even the trout can get really big in the river, in the Banana River. Sally says, good evening. Mike. Hey, Mike. I hope you are feeling well. I saw a video, I think a new video that came out. Yes, that's right. Mike, what are you doing on your last day of being 39? Very well. That's good. I'm glad, Mike. Whew. Excuse me. I have had a big day. Lots of driving. You just got here at the end, Mike. I guess I might have to stay on a little longer, but it has been an hour. Lori is back. Well, Lori, am practicing keeping up with my chat, and I did notice that you were gone because I gave you a fancy blue coat, and I didn't see it. But I'm happy that everybody. Do you drive north or south, Ally? I drive north. They live in Seminole County, so um, I take all different ways because you can take the Beeline or you can take the back roads through Cocoa, down through Highway 50 back to Seminole County area. But it's about 40, like I said, about 42 miles, 43 miles one way. So if I drive there and back, it's an 80-mile day. And I do it 3 times a week. But I'm really enjoying Thursday nights. I wasn't, super prepared for today. I was just giving you guys kind of updates on what I have been doing and talking about fishing it up blue. And I can't wait to catch some fish on some blue baits and show them off. Like Dana has been cooking and baking it up blue on her channel. Dana, the cookie mom. You got to check it out. I think I gained like 2 pounds just watching all of the videos. I really like the ones that you made that were like lemon, but they were blue with the sugar, and I loved that how when they cooked they made that pattern on there. It was really cool, Dana, and I'll be trying that. I mean, and like you said, you could change the color. You could do that for really any color you wanted. Sally, you could make a rainbow. Bath time for the grand. Yep. See, it's been an hour, and I also have to skedaddle. But I love everyone, and thank you for coming and listening to me chat about bass fishing. Because I know some of you don't even like bass fishing, like Miss Sally D, my #1 fan. But hey, come on by. We'll chat about things and mostly fishing things. And wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. I hope I can catch some blue bait bass. Say that 3 times fast. Blue bait bass, blue bait bass, blue bait bass. All right, guys. Much love. See you later, alligators. Huh? Alligators? Bye.